Welcome to the Snobs podcast.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Oh, most joyous Friday the 13th to all of you beautiful, wonderful people.
Is that a thing? Can we say Happy Friday the 13th?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you hate the Knights Templar, remember this is the day that they were turned by destroyed by the French king and the Pope. Yeah, absolutely.
God, you and your history geekiness, it's ridiculous.
It gets weird, I know.
It serves us well, but at the same time, it's like just so much.
It's just a bit much. Just tone it down, Casey. God.
I'm thinking like we should tell each other Happy Friday the 13th, as in like, don't have a bad one. Don't let Jason cut your throat.
That's usually positive. Yeah, stay away from camps.
Stay away from camps at all costs.
Yeah, at all costs. I mean, it's pretty basic. It feels easy, and yet so many idiots still do it.
I mean, I feel like we should poll tonight and be like, what would you rather go camping with, Jason or the Boy Scout leaders? I'm thinking Jason.
No. Because there's 100% of death there. At least with the Boy Scout leaders, you're running to like quarter odds. 20%.
Listen, there's 100% of death for certain people. Most assuredly, me. But
I'm definitely not going to camping and not having coitus. So
I probably am.
And that's a prerequisite.
Yes.
You can't go and get some, otherwise you're dead.
We only go camping together by ourselves. So what does that tell you?
That we're safe from murder.
We're very good partners on this show.
Great partners. The most partnery partners.
I want to welcome everybody here. Thank you guys for watching. We have Patricia here. How you doing?
What's up?
AJ's here. Thank you, sir.
Hey, bro.
We got Whiskey here. What's going on, buddy? Kenyon's here. What do we got? I just love that. I love when the Snobs Nation gets together and they're all joking around.
Right.
Whiskey
Everybody gets the party.
Decided, fuck the Knights.
See, he knows Whiskey's down.
Trisha, I don't know if Ward's here, but tell Ward I said, hey. We appreciate him. We appreciate all you guys showing up. It's just a lot of fun. This is a very special night for us because
it is super exciting.
It's the Scene Snobs podcast. We're on a special night, Friday the 13th, for Carolina Fear Fest. We're going to be doing a State of the Con. We're going to be bringing on Stephanie and Destiny to come talk about the con for a little bit, and then we're going to be talking to some other very special guests as well to talk about Friday the 13th. Mm-hmm. But I want to bring Stephanie and Destiny on. I want to get to this con talk because I am super stoked.
Let's do it. Let's bring them on. Amped.
Welcome to the show, Stephanie and Destiny.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys. So Stephanie and Destiny run one of the best horror conventions I have ever been to, and very stoked to go back again this year. Thank you so much for having us. It's the Carolina Fear Fest. Right on Casey's head, you can see their logo. I didn't do that on purpose, buddy.
It feels right, though. I'm cool with it.
When we have more people on, it'll shift. Don't worry. But
right now, I think it's better. I'm good with this.
Well, I think it looks good on you.
Thanks.
You're like the billboard that we needed.
Oh,
you're an animated billboard.
I do love when people stare at me, so it's perfect.
Do you want to just get it tattooed? Because we're fine with that. If you just want to,
that would be uncomfortable. But if we have a hat, if we could affix a hat with a sign on it.
No, I'm thinking a tattaoo.
How great would it be?
Feel semi-permanent. It just then that's the contract. We're doing this every year. That's the guarantee.
Yeah, it has to be. Because I was just going to say, we're going to get the tattoos this year. And then you're like, you know what, guys? I don't know about next year. And it's like,
Bye.
Okay.
They're advertising for us forever.
Right. Congratulations.
So, Stephanie and Destiny, welcome to the show. Thank you so much. Carolina Fear Fest is amazing. We want to talk about it some more. Do the State of the Con. That's what we're here for. Thank you for sponsoring the show tonight. How are you guys doing planning with the con right now? How's that going?
We actually just brought up the website to just bring up the guest list just so we could refresh our memory. And I put a timer on the homepage of the website. So it currently says 13 days away.
It's exciting, yeah. Casey and I have been planning and plotting.
We haven't begun severely day drinking yet, but the sleeping is an issue. Trying to get everything done. But no, it's actually coming together. It's going to be a great show. We really have quite a bit of things happening, and we're really proud of what's pulling together. So we're excited about this. This will be our third con in 4 years because of the 2020 year we don't talk about.
The year that wasn't.
That doesn't count.
So, I mean, we're still a fairly new con, and that was our, we really, COVID kind of took the wind out of our sails with a lot of things with people. But we really kind of feel like this is our big growth year. We have a really great guest list that we've pulled together, some fabulous names that either we've already met and love, or we're excited to bring out. Like DJ we've met before. He is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to have a couple of beers with him on the side. He's awesome. But you know, just some standards like Ken Forey, Stephen Williams. I'm dating myself a little bit, but you know, it's Captain Fuller back when Johnny Depp was a baby. You know, he's been around for a long time. I love Stephen Williams.
I remember 21 Jump Street. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's been in everything, you know, X-Files and quite a bit of horror stuff. And it's just really exciting to have him. And we managed to tap into quite a bit of Halloween this year, too, with a lot of our folks being in various Halloween, various movies throughout the franchise. Danielle Harris in, 3, I believe, alone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, you know, people like Clint Howard. And we're really excited to meet some of these folks.
Tom Savini.
Tom Savini.
I'm very excited for that.
We've met him before. Tom's amazing, and we can't wait to be able to spend a little bit more time with him, especially for like our special effects with the haunt and things. You know, we really are excited to get a little time to chat with him and get more info. So, but yeah, it's just a fabulous lineup, and we're really excited about this. And these folks all mix up into a lot of really good panel options that we're going to have with a lot of these folks. One thing that we're doing that's different this year than we did in previous years, our Friday night, we used to just be Saturday, Sunday. So we're excited that now that last year with COVID, we kind of scaled back a little bit still, and we didn't expand to Friday. So this year we were happy to pull that out. And we have a lot of these folks that are going to be doing meet and greets. So a little bit more of an informal chat that they'll be doing with folks in one of the panel rooms on Friday night. And that is just for our weekend and VIP pass holders, the Friday night. So in addition to like exclusive photo ops, we've got some bands playing. Friday's a little bit more of a party vibe, but it's also those weekend and VIPers chance to get ahead of the crowd a little bit and meet some of those celebs and maybe get some of their autographs out of the way and that kind of thing, so they can just enjoy the weekend and shop the rest of the time.
Right, which is fantastic. It's such a great idea to do that for Friday nights, and I'm very excited y'all the opportunity that this year to actually expand that. So that's a huge boon. It's going to be
I'm pretty excited about the music, honestly. We're going to have some live music and some special shows on the main stage that I'm psyched to see.
Yeah. The VIP pass, I will tell you, as of about 2 hours ago, sold out.
Oh, the VIP is all right. Yeah.
So we're excited about that because being a new show, nobody wanted to kind of throw in on being a VIPer, and it's just showing that growth that we're hoping, that trajectory that we've got the show on. So we're really excited about that too.
Awesome.
And that Friday night, one of our panel rooms has been turned into, we're calling it a welcome reception because I've run out of creativity to come up with a horror name for that. But we're putting out lots of some great food that we're having catered in. So VIPers will get to go in there and have, sandwiches, and we're bringing in a lot of cookies and brownies and just side dishes. And it's going to be a lot of, a little interesting to throw some dinner at them on Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
And guys, I think it's important to remember that we have, so weekend passes are still available. That is a great price for a weekend pass, especially with the guest lineup that they have here. Casey can attest, the vendors are amazing.
I love the vendors. It's one of my highlights. It's when I love to shop is at conventions, because you get some of the weirdest, craziest offshoots and strange things and neat T-shirts, and you get to meet these fantastic people with these wonderful just wares. So I am super stoked for that again this year. It was wonderful last year, and I can't wait for it to be even bigger as we go a little COVID-less.
And I finished like a lot of my, because I collect the Todd McFarlane movie Maniacs from back in the day, and they had a lot of the ones that I needed.
I remember how excited you were about that. You came over with your bag and you're like, I did it.
Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to get the pop version of each.
To put them like next to each other.
I only have a few, so like I can't wait to go there this year and like start collecting the pop versions of everything.
We have quite a few collectible vendors. We also have some oddity vendors, artists with original artwork.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I've got some of that right here. I
Yep.
do love some of the artists there. They have wonderful artists and fantastic authors as well.
Yep. And we have a number of haunted attractions in Virginia and North Carolina that are going to be out.
That's always fun.
So they will have, some of them have some interactive things to do, like a 4D trailer to kind of experience a haunt in. And another one's bringing out things like inflatable axe throwing. We've got another one that's bringing out a mobile escape room. So in addition to their free roaming characters, we've got a lot of haunts making that appearance as well. So
could we possibly get Casey and I to film an escape room bit?
That sounds awesome.
That sounds not for you. Don't worry.
We will send them a message and see if we can't get you guys to sort of run in and check for bugs in the system before they're ready to roll out.
Yeah, that's exactly. We're just testers. That means that's worth. The first run always dies, bro. We got to get someone else first, and then we'll find out if it's haunted or not.
Stephanie's just gonna be like, "Why aren't we doing the live stream? Because they died in the escape room. They didn't get out.
They didn't escape.
Hey,
they failed.
You know what? As long as it's a bloody death, we'll drag you back to your table and put you up for show. It's fine.
If I gotta go, that's the only way I'm going. Right there. You heard it here first, folks.
We plan on indulging and having a lot of fun with everything going on. Of course, Casey and I have our $20 bet where we go out and try to buy as much stuff for each other for $20 in the vendors. And we always wind up spending way more just on ourselves. But we have our contest last year. I got Casey's favorite thing in the world.
Just put it off screen. Get it out of here.
and it was a lot of fun to do that and meet the vendors, talk to them, see everything else that was going on, just kind of roam around. And we get to do that a lot more this year. Panels are going to be a big thing this year. We have. I don't want to give anything away right now, but you have a lot of great panels planned for everybody.
Yep, and we actually made those public, and they are available. So when you go onto the ticketing site, there's actually a tab for the schedule, and you can see everything now. So all those panels are out, and you guys are actually handling a number of them. I know on Saturday we have a panel just for VIPers at 9 a.m., and it's you guys doing a Q&A with the women of Halloween.
Yes.
So we're going to have Danielle, Scout, and Christina in there, and you guys will be able to talk to them. I know Danielle and Scout are fellow podcasters, so I'm sure that'll be a fun conversation with them, and not just on Halloween. Yep. But that's a VIP only, because the VIPers get early access, and that panel is going to take place actually before our doors fully open. And you guys have one. I decided to call Deadly for Decades, and this is going a little bit more old school. And nice. You guys are going to have Stephen Williams and Ken Forey and Clint Howard together and get to talk about just the huge breadth of experience they've got. I'm sure that those guys have some amazing behind the scenes set stories to share. So
we've got like 7 hours for that one, right? Because that's that could just go on.
And then also on Saturday, I have you guys doing our DJ Qualls Q&A. So get a chance to talk Supernatural and Z Nation, and ask him about Legit. He has some amazing stories about that show. But that one's going to be a lot of fun as well. And you guys are also doing a Rob Zombie panel. Mm-hmm. And so you've got, again, Clint and Ken and William Forsythe that you'll talk to on Sunday, talking about the different Rob Zombie films. So it doesn't have to just be we didn't want to overload the Halloween stuff, but obviously you've got folks from Rob Zombie's Halloween that you can get a chance to talk to and find out a little bit about Rob as well. So
yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for that, to be able to kind of dive into just all the movies they've worked with him on, and just vastly different, but at the same time, like, I can't wait to get into like the violence nature of it. It's gonna be so much fun.
Of course you can. You love your violence.
I love my violence.
But yeah, we have in addition to the ones you guys are doing, we've got other panels. We've got one on honoring Haddonfield, so that one is more of a Halloween focus. We have talking about anti-heroes. We're talking about evil clowns. We're talking horror and humor, finding the funny side of fear. And we also have a panel we're doing talking about LGBTQ themes running through horror franchises.
Nice.
And one of the ones that I know a lot of this crowd's going to be really excited about, we have our friends from Dead Girls Talking podcast that are going to be doing a panel on, I don't have the good name I came up for it. Basically, it's about decomposing. She's a mortician, and
nice.
Mortician Minda, and her partner on the podcast is true crime fan Jenna, and they're going to talk about decomposing and embalming, and it's easy to fall apart and hard to stay together once you die. So a bit just all about the more the true side of death and all of that. So I know a lot of our true crime and horror buffs are gonna
we would love to have them on when we do the live stream too, talk to them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And they're going to be running around. Minda is also part of 910 Comedy Group, and they're going to be doing our horror trivia and doing some stuff on the stage for us throughout the weekend. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're excited to have them out and working with us on the stage. And their Dead Girls are also going to have basically, so you want to be a podcaster. So they're going to do we have one so you want to be a horror writer. We have one about, so you can talk about how to write scripts and how to write novels and comic books and the different medium you can do. And we also have one now talking about podcasting. It's something that a lot of people are interested in. And so get our podcasters in there to talk about it a little bit.
I don't know if you
already had you guys doing so many with our celebs. We kind of threw that at the girls instead.
Thank you.
I'm the hardest on people who
don't know how to do it. Yeah, that's his thing. He's really strong at that. I just show up.
I'm not good at that because Casey's the one who comes out and he's like, listen, I'm going to inspire you. And it's a great thing. Casey's very inspiring. Why do you think I love having him as best friend and a partner? He inspires me. But then people are like, I want to be a podcaster. And I'm like, you don't have the chops, kid. Beat it. Get out of here.
You're busting like 1930 Hollywood.
Competition, one person's dreams at a time.
This is an art form. We're doing our best. I do want to bring up one thing that you guys are doing. It's a special effects battle.
I was just going to say that. I was another art form that we're doing at the con. We're having two. This Saturday is going to be an original character design, and then Sunday we're doing a grab bag challenge where the artist will basically have to pull something out of a bag. They have no idea what it is until they get there, and incorporate it into their look. And that's
going to be cool.
I'm
excited for the Sunday challenge. Like Saturday's cool, having an original character. You're always curious to what someone pulls out. But being able to get off the cuff, that Sunday will be a lot of fun. See what happens.
Yeah. I really can't wait. I'd love to see that. It's always like astounded me, like watching special effects makeup artists go in there. And
people love to watch it. Absolutely. And so we've got judging on Saturday. We have Dean and Star Jones. They're hosting and sponsoring the battle for the weekend. And they're with the original Hollywood Horror Show, which is a haunted attraction here in North Carolina. But they also have Atlantic Pacific Studios, and they have just Emmy award-winning special effects and films that they've been involved with. And Tom Savini is going to join them as a judge on Saturday. And then on Sunday's battle. For Sunday's battle, we're not sure on the guest judge yet, but we're talking to somebody about pulling someone in for that, but we don't have that finalized yet. But it is a lot of fun to basically have them sitting with their model in front of them and hand them a paper bag and say, good luck, and
figure it out.
Has started. And they have no idea what's in the bag.
I am super excited for it. Listen, guys, there is so much stuff that goes down at this convention. It's a great time. I mean, hell, just come down and see us. I mean, we're going to be there all week. No,
Yeah. I mean,
we're
come
going
on.
to be. I will tell you, we are going to be playing Stump the Scene Snob at Horror Movie Trivia. And if you stump me, you get one of our mini trophies.
You get a whole trophy, y'all.
You get a whole trophy.
Who doesn't want a trophy?
I have one lifeline. You can ask me one question, and I have one lifeline, which is Casey.
What?
Yeah, and if he gets it wrong,
Wait.
you get a trophy.
Shouldn't it be a deadline? Just saying.
Oh, zing!
I
like it.
That. Yeah,
I like
we're
it.
doing
All right,
that. We're doing
that's it.
Yeah, and
no.
you guys are actually doing that as part of our Killer Clues game that
Yep,
we
we
have
are.
running for the weekend. That we have right now 27 vendors involved in.
It's massive.
So it is a lot.
So basically you get 27 chances to get tickets to put in for big prizes. And all of the vendors can ask you to do something, like you guys are going to be stump us with trivia. We've had people give us your best scream. There were some
do your best ballet dance, and it's great when you got a guy in his like full Michael cosplay and the overalls, and see them spinning with their machete in their hands. It's great.
Well, you get to see how graceful they are when they pirouette. It's
Yeah.
important to know what kind of speed I need to get away from them.
very, very good. Very good.
And for somebody who's been to the con that was here last year, we did Killer Clues for the first time. We're doing it a little bit different. So we're basically just throwing tickets into one spot, and we're randomly drawing numbers, and you win whatever prize we're on.
That's awesome.
The way we did it before, where you got to pick, was a lot of trouble on the stage, and it took up too much time.
Yeah.
So we want to speed things along and get to more stuff. One of our vendors is actually making us a custom Carolina Fear Fest coffin with a hole in the top that we'll be putting the tickets in. So that's kind of cool.
We sneak peeked it a little bit on our Instagram story.
And we're also trying to speed that up on the stage because we're also doing something different this year. We have done banners for all of our celebrity guests that say Carolina Fear Fest and have their photos on there. And we're going to raffle off those banners to benefit Haunters Against Hate. Nice. And those will be personalized signed banners. So we'll auction those off on Saturday, and then they can pick them up on Sunday before the show is over.
And they're good sized banners too. They're like two by three. I think we went. Yeah.
The last year's were awesome. Like they're really nice the way they're put together. You guys did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
But Killer Clues is kind of on a trajectory a little bit. Our grand plan for Killer Clues is not what we've actually put out there yet. We didn't have time with the scaled back show last year and the different things, but what we're hoping Killer Clues will actually become is that at each of the vendors you actually get a true clue, whether it's a letter and there's a puzzle that you've got to put those together and form a word, or we have visions of giant boards and pictures of different things and red lines going all over.
Red twine.
Red string and Post-it notes and whatever. We'd like it to grow into more of a true scavenger hunt. But it's a great way to visit these vendors, have a little fun. They get to interact with each other, and they all donate some amazing prizes. We've got some wonderful stuff,
free stuff
in the mix.
Win-win.
So
nice.
It's we're definitely excited about that. So.
Yeah, who doesn't love free stuff? I mean, come on. You just have to show up and dance, or get us to be wrong on a question. That shouldn't be difficult.
And we
a lot of them will do trivia. You guys are doing Stump You. A lot of others are answer a question to get your ticket. And it's from the player's perspective, it's not that critical. Spend 30 seconds trying, and they're going to hand you the ticket. It doesn't matter. So I mean, it's just a way to have fun. We're not really getting too serious about it.
Speak for yourself.
I just had some new Scene Snob swag delivered today, so you guys, exclusively for Carolina Fear Fest. Not giving out any until Carolina Fear Fest.
We also just got some new swag in. This is our official art for this year, which is this totally awesome. Like, I don't even know, Blind Angel. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Rad.
And that's by Brutal Bohemian. One of our vendors from last year did the art for us custom for our pieces. So we're pretty excited about that.
What we've done from our inaugural year is found a North Carolina artist to do our official artwork for that year. That's behind us with the skull with the horns. Oh my God. Amazing.
I love that.
Each year we're trying to kind of come up with a different a different theme about it, and then we're trying to approach a local artist. And at this point, now we've made so many connections, we're really able to pull from our vendor pool very easily right now. But so far it's been amazing, and it's great because we're kind of curating this whole official artwork. And it's really about the art, because you have to look very closely in those artworks to find the Carolina Fear Fest. The words or the little logo is very hidden, and it's part of the whole thing. So it isn't a big titled artwork thing. It's about the art, and then it's hidden down inside. So
this one, by the way, is by Vulgar Dragon's Den, and it is available still on our website. That's last year's artwork.
Awesome.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Guys,
and
listen.
He's doing a lot of stuff for us merchandise wise. So we're doing more of the metal. We're doing some stuff in stone, stuff with our logo, stuff with the current artwork. So we're going to have a lot of really great, interesting merchandise at our table. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That was also from Vulgar Dragon. And he's doing some bookmarks for us this year that'll have the artwork featured. We're going to do some coasters that'll be stone coasters that'll have the Carolina Fear Fest logo in there. And we're trying to put out some merch that's also just like everything we do. It's just a little bit different. So it's what you expect, but a little bit off center. So we're not just a carbon copy of every other con that's out there as much as possible.
That's the Haunter's way, a little bit off
Yeah.
center.
Right, which I do appreciate that. And one of the things that I have noticed about the convention that I just want to speak on real quick is the volunteers and the help there.
Yes.
Everyone who I have ever been involved with there has been fantastic. Everyone's been incredibly nice and incredibly helpful, incredibly kind. Everyone's able to just walk right up to and just be very personable, amiable. Everything's great and easy, unless you don't see one of us with coffee. If any of the 4 people on the screen right now don't have coffee, maybe not us.
That's in our rider.
just like a nice wide berth around us. Just
Exactly.
I will say, though, to what Casey was saying, just to add on, not just nice, but so happy to be there. They're just so excited to volunteer and be there and have a great time. It was really wonderful last year. I expect it's going to be just as, if not way more wonderful this year. I mean, everybody's really excited. We get to talk to a bunch of people all the time. So, guys, if you are in the Raleigh area, you don't have to be in Raleigh. We're traveling 5 hours. Get your butts in the car and come down.
Let's go.
It's worth it.
Wait, a 10-hour drive is nothing for you. Come on, take a day off work one end, take a day off work the other side. You're golden.
If you leave early enough, you can make it before we open on Friday night.
See, you just have to believe in yourself.
Get your weekend passes. They're still available. VIP is sold out, but weekend is there. And right now they're doing a flash sale. It ends tomorrow. It's 13% off by using promo code 13, the word written out. Go use it.
13.
Get your passes. Come out. Hang out with us. It's going to be a wonderful and fun time.
And if you're coming down in a group, get a couple of friends together. We do have a friends 4-pack of weekend passes that already has a little discount folded into it for the kind of combo pack with the multiple tickets, and that is also good for the flash sale. So you can take an additional 13% off of that as well.
Sounds pretty brilliant to be able to. Sounds like just discount upon discount, y'all. So there's no reason we shouldn't see your beautiful faces there, hanging out with the 4 of our beautiful faces.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day with somebody and said it honestly is. We have almost 100 vendors, several charities that will be there, like Scares That Care out of Virginia. Haunters Against Hate will have a presence there. We have another guy who raises money through a network of haunted attractions, primarily home haunts, but they raise money for St. Jude's. He's been doing it for 2 years, and they've raised almost $200,000. It's insane. So we just all kinds of vendors and various folks like yourself that are going to be there. All the panels, all the different stage entertainment that we have going on, and all the celebrities. It's really
immersive.
It's a very difficult show to do in one day. So I tell people, I mean, honestly, if you can do the weekend pass, you want to, so you don't feel rushed or disappointed that you missed out on the one thing. So
exactly. Everybody's coordinating right now. We got the staff trying to figure out who's going when.
The road trips are happening.
Some UPers ready to come on down.
Get your tickets. Come down. Hang out with us. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stephanie, Destiny, I appreciate you guys coming on. This is such a great time. And I cannot wait. We thank you so much for letting us be a part
from
of
the bottom of our giant hearts, we appreciate you both. You're phenomenal people, and I cannot wait to see you and give you huge hugs. And we can just run around screaming at each other in the morning at 6 a.m. like, what's happening? It's wonderful. It's my favorite. And I'm super stoked, and I'm so excited for all this event that you're putting on. It's huge, and it's going to be awesome. Thank you for involving us.
Oh, we appreciate you guys. We were so happy to meet you all last year. We had a great time with you all. So definitely want to keep finding new ways to drag in the scene snobs every year.
And I'm healthy this year, so I can actually do things.
Yeah, he can move. He can move.
I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I can't wait. Guys, go get your tickets now. Come down to Carolina Fear Fest at the end of the month, the 27th through the 29th. It's going to be a great time. It's at North Carolina State Fairgrounds in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's a beautiful place. It's fun to hang out. Casey and I are going down, a little bit early, of course, to check our equipment, stuff like that. But I don't know, maybe go out on the town, enjoy the town a little bit, So,
I mean, equipment check. It only takes an hour.
Exactly. Well, it doesn't for you. It takes an hour.
For me, it takes an hour because I'm the bad one who just shows up and is like, "All right, what are we doing?"
No, you're
versus
the talented
this guy
one.
Who's like,
"What?" You said talented wrong. I'm the one who just does the other stuff. You do the talented side of things.
Oh, you're so nice. Well, it's a good thing we have two wonderful people way more talented than us. So we appreciate you all for being around, and thank you for putting on this wonderful show and for including us. And we cannot wait to see you in 13 more days.
Right. 19 hours. You forgot the 19 hours part.
Ooh, is it 18 yet?
19 hours. Yeah, it's fine.
No, I'm just going to say 13 days. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be dissecting the Friday 13th franchise with some of our very special guests. So hang out for a bit, and yeah, see you in a few.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all. Maybe we'll. We're getting so close. There it is. Oh, we're song. Well, we're still muted. I think you're still muted. I am no longer muted.
I always hate the fact that I'm always muted.
You're always muted. We were both muted. Felt awkward, but I enjoyed it.
All right, guys, we need to take quick breaks. Thank you very much for waiting for us. My dog was tearing something up, and I had to go get her. I could hear it.
You did look like you were running, and I was like, something's wrong. Either child or animal. One of the two.
I wasn't angry. No, I wasn't. She's a puppy. I get it, but I was like, I gotta go.
It barely counts.
I like your you've like adopted the billboard forehead.
It's a thing now.
It's just,
like once I realized, I'm like, this is a magnet, and it already looked so great. Why wouldn't I just? So, and plus, now I've got Seen Snobs and then Fear Fest. See,
it's very true.
Huh?
The two correlate.
There is correlation.
There is. But you know what day it is, buddy?
My friend, it is not Hump Day.
No, it's not. It's Friday.
No, it is not. It is Friday.
Friday.
The end of the week.
Friday. Got to get down on Friday.
Like Rebecca Black said, you must get down on Friday.
I had no idea what that girl's name was.
That's all right. I got you covered, buddy.
But we are here for Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th!
The state of the con was great.
It was amazing. I love talking to them, man. Stephanie and Destiny are phenomenal.
I'm so excited. I really am.
Yeah, samesies.
And I am stalling because I see the three in the green room just waiting to come on.
Well, because they're chomping at the bit to talk about one of the greatest horror franchises of all time.
Well, I'm gonna introduce them one by one.
Okay,
I'm gonna introduce them by time they got here.
Okay, so that's interesting. You're not going to go alphabetical order.
No. It's going to be whoever got here last gets brought on first.
Okay, nice. That's completely inverse. I don't even know what it means, but let's try it.
Because Dan's face right now in the green room is priceless.
Because you just changed
He has been in the green room since before 6 o'clock.
See, here's the thing, though. What if someone did that, like at a line? If you're waiting in line for movie tickets and someone just started at the end of the line and worked their way back to the front to sell you, I'd be pretty pissed.
Well, too bad for him. Here is our good buddy, Sturdy. Hey, Sir Sturdy!
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be here.
How you doing, man? Oh, my God. You got that weird
yes,
animation face thing you've been doing on the on Worst Damn Gamers show.
But the 3D glasses come off.
Oh, snap. There it is.
I didn't even know there were 3D glasses.
Yeah, I had to, It's a special day. It's a special day.
It is. It is a special day. You are decked out, my friend.
I'm loving it.
You sent me some artwork. Did you make this artwork that you sent me?
I wish, but I can't even trace good, Mick. I just seen it in the Z Network Facebook group, and I was like, this looks cool, and it's funny. And it's Friday.
It is funny.
That's really what matters.
And Batman are my two favorites.
Yes.
Come on now.
That's amazing.
It's brilliant. I love that artwork. It's a lot of fun. Good play. All right, we're going to bring on our next guest. Well, before we do, actually, I want to talk about your show, Horror with Sir Sturdy. I've been on it quite a few times. I enjoy myself every time we're on it.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the show.
Very similar to this show, a horror podcast. We discuss movie reviews. We're going to be doing show reviews on the Patreon. But we also do interviews. And actually, we would love for people to send us movies. If you're a horror creator and you have a horror short half hour or less, with your permission, we'll play it on our live for the first half hour of our show. Have you come on for an interview. And if you want to stay on and review the movie with us, you can do that as well. Of course, all your links will be in the description and all that, so you still get your love, but people just see it, and then we'll break it down and discuss it. We're going to be honest, though, so if it's bad, we're going to tell you. If it's good, we're going to tell you. But
that's true.
That's awesome.
Come on. You guys would have a great time on there, but easiest way to get to my content, go to horrorwithsirsturdy.com. You'll find everything there, and you'll have a great time. You'll see Mick on there quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get Casey on. Mick keeps hiding you from us.
I know.
I do not. I say you should bring Casey
He's constantly like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go do Sir Sturdy. And I'm like...
And I'm like, bring Casey. And he's like, who's Casey? Casey Jones? It's ridiculous. But anytime you want to come on, man, you're more than welcome to.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Sturdy. Thank you.
Got the invite. Well, now I want to bring on one half of the dynamic duo. This man, his nickname is The Specimen for a reason.
He is.
It's probably the most gorgeous thing you'll ever look at.
At least this side of the Mississippi, or that side of the Mississippi.
only to be outdone. Like he's like the Clark Kent of this duo, and then there's the Brawny Man is the other one.
The
We'll be
Brawny
bringing
Man?
him on in a little while. Mr. Specimen Tim Forbes.
Tim Forbes.
That was a lot of hype. That was a lot of hype.
I mean, look at you. How could it not be? Come on.
What I tell you? There's women's underwear soaked right now.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
Not
All
because
over
of the
the
show,
station.
because they don't watch this show.
But it's actually tears. They just have been crying that much.
Oh, it could be tears of joy, though, guys. You know, tears of joy.
It's fair.
As we brought you guys on to talk about the Friday the 13th series, and we're gonna dive deep into it. We have another guest we're gonna bring on around 8:45. No, let's bring him on, the Master Shake himself.
Master Shake.
He's got his shirt on and everything. You guys are stoked, man. I know Joe Bob's a big deal for us. Watch when he's on every Friday. So you guys excited? That's why I made sure this would be done before 9.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it, mate.
Originally it was 8 to 10, and then I'm like, you know what? Nah, I gotta get it. It's gotta be 9. Hard out.
Hard out.
So don't worry, I will get you guys out. Now, I don't think it's cheapening anything to say that the Friday the 13th franchise is probably
The best.
not the best franchise in horror history, but probably the greatest in terms of scope, success rate on their movies.
Okay.
Easily one of the most iconic killers.
Oh, well, absolutely. Everyone know who Jason Voorhees is. The Mask is iconic. I mean, he in scope. I mean, he's gone from a place in Jersey up to space. So he's really handled a lot of
Is he
ground.
the only one to go to space? I'm trying to. Didn't Leprechaun go to space?
Leprechaun
Did go to space. Yep. Poorly.
I argue Critters, because Critters did go to space, but
Critters are from
starts in
space. They escaped a space jail. So that's.
I'm just saying, like, and you know what? I tell people all the time, go back and rewatch Jason X. That movie is worth to rewatch.
I'm sorry, Dan. What did you say?
Good is strong. It's really
no,
fun. It's really fun. It is like a
exactly
super
what
fun
it's
movie,
Exactly.
but it's not good. It's not good.
I kind of have to side with Dan on this one.
I feel like I do too. It's not bad. It's good. I feel like the whole franchise is good, and I say this is a franchise as a whole. I can't tell you how many times I watch it, and every single time I watch it, I feel like I have to watch it from the very first one to the very last one, including the remake, including Freddy vs. Jason. Why? I have no fucking clue. And I do it every single year, and it gets to the point where it's like a lullaby. Like I could be laying down in my bed, dozing off. You hear what's going on. You know exactly what's going on. It's like, oh shit, I want to see this kill. So you just open your eyes and lay back down. I fucking love it.
That's fair.
At least with Jason X, you get exactly what they told you were going to get, which is space.
Yes.
Whereas Jason Takes Manhattan, he's in it for like 8 minutes.
He did not actually take Manhattan.
There's a real combat going on right here.
I know, right? I wish I did a real combat for that. I don't think of these things quickly.
I don't know about Jason X, man. I'm with Tim on this one. I think it's a lot. It's enjoyable. I can watch it as part of the
Can
franchise.
we just put Casey on the other side?
But that's it. Yeah. I'll go over there above my billboard again.
I'm so glad I accidentally fit everything right around. So listen, we're going to argue for a lot of things tonight, especially when it comes to Jason. And it comes to the Friday the 13th series. But before we get started, I want to go around and I want to hear everybody. What is everybody's favorite Friday the 13th? I'll start. Mine is number 6 with a bullet. One of my favorite absolute movies. I think it's the campiest.
Yep.
I think it has fun. But it's also like can be pretty spooky in terms of horror at times. You know, there's some great kills in there. It's the first of the Frankenstein Jason version, and I got to tell you, I think it's the best one in my opinion. Sturdy, how about you, buddy? What's your favorite?
7.
7 is your favorite. All right, tell us why.
I'll even say Kane Hodder is my favorite Jason, but even before I knew who Kane Hodder was, this one just as a kid growing up was just my favorite one. I don't know what drew me to it. It's the best look of Jason through the whole, even better than X. It's the best. It's the most awesome look, and I think that's one thing that got it. And just like how violent he is, how his body, how he moves, his movements, and it was just cool. And it was cool to see someone that had like a strong battle with Jason, with her mind or whatever. Shout out to Bad News Cruz. I love that fucking guy.
Great competition, that film, for sure.
Yeah.
Really quick story. So I met him at a con a couple years ago, and I actually got to be on I brought my podcast. It was called Scarecon, and they wanted us to do panels. Podcasters, we got in for free, got a table for free, but you have to do panels. Like, okay, so I got the Friday the 13th cast from 7, and I was just like, I don't remember his name. I'm sorry, but it was Jean Jacket Guy. It was Far Park Lincoln, and it was Bad News Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking fun being on there, talking with them up on stage. And it was my first time being on a panel. So I'm like, I don't want to say I was starstruck, but I'm just like fumbling on words a little bit. Like, fuck, this is my favorite Friday the 13th film. I'm up here with these actors. I've been watching them since I was like 5 years old. And now I'm up here as a grown man fangirling out, I guess. I'm like, this, and then to be on the panel was just awesome. Because it's one thing to be there in their presence, like say you're watching the panel, but to be up there, fucking,
it's special, man. It's special.
Yeah, I got no.
And just that being from part 7, which was already my favorite, it kind of gives it more of a touch to it for me.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Nice. All right, Tim, I'll go with you next because I'm making Dan the last and everything because he is amazing and shows up early for everything, and that's a great thing. It's a great quality.
So you're gonna belittle him and mock him and put him down for it.
That's impossible, Casey. When it like you can't do that. It just doesn't exist.
How about you, Tim? What's your? I know you're not huge on the series.
No, I like it. I mean, I really like Friday the 13th. I think it goes a little bit off the rails. So I really like 1. I know it's not nearly as, it doesn't even have Jason Voorhees in it, but I just like the last 30 minutes of that movie is some of like the best horror like ever captured. It's just the weather, like the way like Alice is just perfect, like the way that she reacts, and obviously, not the first final girl, but like one of, and really defined that kind of role. So yeah, I really like Friday the 13th. I like the first 2 a lot, just from the sense of I like that it's not exactly supernatural, right? Like the first one, and spoilers, right? But the first one, right? It's Jason's mom, so there's nothing supernatural about that. And then 2. It's just some kind of, crafty kind of, redneck in the woods. And there's really nothing. It's like, okay, maybe he did just live out in the woods by himself for this period of time. And he's very crafty and he sets traps and he does stuff a little bit different. Whereas once you get past that and you get into the Tommy Jarvis series, it's not really, it's a completely different Jason. Like it evolves so much. Obviously, the hockey mask doesn't even come till 3. So it's very funny that like the iconic look of Jason doesn't even like how many movies can say the iconic look of their character didn't start until the 3rd one, right?
True.
It's just very strange.
Freddie, come on.
Well, Freddie's 1, right? But
Freddie started right out the gate.
3. He isn't Freddie until 3.
Well, yes, he's not as wise.
Exactly, Freddie.
Yeah, he's still the child molesting weirdo who gets burned to a crisp and then comes back to take vengeance upon all the children in their
It's
minds.
just more his. I think Freddie's, not to make this a Freddie thing, but like his attitude changes, right? He's more quippy. He's more.
Oh yeah, the cheesiness. Yeah.
There's more cheese to it, and Jason's completely different because he goes from being kind of just a very strong individual, like who sets traps in the woods, to a supernatural being who cannot be killed and continuously gets bigger and and more.
And his head is growing behind the mask all the time and getting weirder and more.
Getting weirder, more deformed. Like it's just.
I would like. I am wondering. I'm hoping this is your wife, Dan.
Oh yeah.
All right, and you're not just keeping the conversation going in the comments, talking about it. Like you're cheering for yourself.
No, Mrs. Shake is in there. She mentioned earlier she was in there.
Okay, good. I missed that one. I apologize. I just needed to know. All right, moving on to our next topic. No, Dan, please. I want to hear what's your favorite because you love this series. So gush.
I do, and I forced my students all day to talk about this. So I know one is the only potentially legitimate film. I'm aware of that. I want to say 10. I had this conversation. I want to say 10 because of what it is, but it's 3. It's 3.
Yeah.
It gets the mask. There are the best kills in that series are in Friday the 13th, Part 3.
I mean, you get the eyeballs popping out of the head, man. I'm with you.
Yeah. The eyeball, and if you watch it in 3D, which I have many times, if you watch it in 3D, that eyeball pops out. Like, they jut everything in the screen. It's so neat and interesting. Like, I think that 3 is the strongest.
Wow.
Sorry. Like, I love 3 for horror. 1 is the only legitimate film, but I love 3.
3 is so gimmicky, though. I mean,
that's why I love it.
Part of the love of it. Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean, I like the gimmick of the 3D, but then all of a sudden, like, there's snakes,
Yeah.
there's popcorn,
Yep.
there's like all this randomness just going on. It's not coherent whatsoever because they're constantly just trying to put 3D effects in your film.
Jut those objects right at the screen.
Yes, but it has nothing to do with the kill.
Eat that cheese.
The yo-yo in the face.
Yeah, right in the face. Yeah.
What's the movie where the dude does the ping pong ball in 3D? Was that? Oh God, that's an old horror movie. I can't remember which one it is though.
I don't know that one.
I remember when the guy has the chain, the bicycle, the motorcyclist biker. I don't know why I didn't say that.
Well, in this one, he's got that
punches the window.
Yeah, there's the one but the one I'm thinking of has the retraction of the ping pong ball that's like stuck on a string, and he does it for like a good 5 minutes during intermission. And I can't remember what it is. It's like
I think it might be this one.
Is it?
Why did nobody say 4 though? That's my question.
God, 4 is good, but I feel like 4 is very good. Don't get me wrong. 4 is very good.
Yeah, I
just
don't
feel like
I'm not a 4 guy. I love 1, I love 2, but 6 is my favorite because that's when you get the Frankenstein Jason. You get the Jason we have now. You get the Jason where we all know him. He's crushing heads. He's lifting people. He's ripping limbs off. He's throwing them out windows, which is still one of the greatest kills ever.
I love you said that. I swear to you, I was doing TikTok videos yesterday. I didn't put them out because I'm trying to compile a bunch. Whatever. That's not the point. But the window throws, I was going through them like, those are for whatever reason, either him throwing somebody through a window, his mother doing it, or pulling somebody through a window, or jumping through. It's just him with the window.
Him and windows, man.
Windows. I love it.
Ground level cabins, sturdy. Don't mess with them.
No, I love it. Shit, even the ones up top, he pulled the girl out and threw her off.
That's right. That was upstairs. That was a top level. Yeah.
Just stay away from windows and Jason.
Yeah.
So the ones that were not mentioned were because now we've talked about 4.
Mm-hmm.
So we're 5
goes to hell.
9. Freddy vs. Jason and the remake.
Does Freddy vs. Jason count?
Yeah, he's in it.
I feel like that counts for both franchises.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine.
I feel like that's the one I revisit the most.
Agreed.
I don't know why. It's just like, I mean, I remember growing up, I think it was on HBO, and we had HBO, so like I was just watching it all the time just because it was on there. So I think as far as the ones I've seen the most, oddly enough, I think it's probably Freddy versus Jason.
Makes sense. I've seen the most is Goes to Hell and Jason X.
Yeah, it's the one that was on TV before Netflix and stuff existed, right? When you had like one DVD, or it had to be on HBO, it had to be on Stars, it had to be on something. You couldn't just watch it at a whim.
Do you guys agree about the director of Freddy vs. Jason that Jason is a Ronin, like a samurai?
No.
That's what he said. So not Rennie Harlan, sorry. That's different.
That's another thing.
Nick, where are you at? This is your forte, brother.
It was for Freddy vs. Jason. It was Japanese.
Ronnie Yu. Yeah, Ronnie Yu. So Ronnie Yu, in interviews about Freddy vs. Jason, he says he sees Jason as a samurai, a Ronin, and when his mother dies, it makes him this like unstoppable Ronin that kind of like is looking for another piece of guidance. That's what he said. And I love that take. I prefer the like nature's that idea that Jason is nature's revenge. I like that one better. But the idea of Jason as a Ronin, that's really cool.
Well, it's a fascinating idea. I think I'd be a little more on I think Jason is not quite that Ronin because that's him looking for someone to connect to. I think he's looking for the connection, but not in the way a Ronin is looking for someone to sire him.
Yeah, I gotta watch you
more like
again. Apparently, like Seven Samurai, I gotta give it a rewatch. I don't think I'm connected the dots, but
I don't quite see the Ronin part. Like, I mean, I don't see that. I see him honestly. The closest connection he ever has is with the kids that he doesn't kill. I think that's his connection to any character ever.
I think Jason is as much a Ronin or a samurai as Vin Diesel claims that the Fast and the Furious movies are family films.
No, they are.
They are family films.
They are not family films.
Oh, Tim! I think Nick needs to host a Fast and Furious night, and my brother needs to be.
The only thing that matters about Fast and the Furious is the family. The rest is ancillary.
Totally agree. Totally.
Okay, so tell me more about Too Fast, Too Furious.
Well, they had the family. Okay, think about it though. Think how much the family is built from Fast and the Furious to Too Fast and the Furious, and then Tokyo Drift, and then 4, and then 5. It all comes back. 5, we get Han, man. We get Han.
We can listen.
He's job first. Wait, what? Wrong franchise.
So basically, we get the whole family effect, and then what you're doing is following individual family members to then come back 8 movies later.
Yeah, because there's always room at the barbecue. There's always room at the barbecue. It doesn't matter how much you screwed up,
but you have to have funerals. You have to have funerals. It's the only way it's real.
Fast and the Furious is not a family film. Fast and the Furious is a film about family, and a dysfunctional one at that. I don't know why I kicked everybody out, but I just felt like it was if I did.
That was a power move, bro.
I had to. I was like, nobody's going to let me say that it's...
You could have just made it stream, Jake, but...
I like that. Listen, Sturdy didn't say a word during that entire argument.
No, I don't care.
Him out too.
I don't even care about the franchise. That movie franchise, it's fun. I'm a car guy, but then they got away from like the underground car racing thing, so I'm like, now it's corny. Now it's just like any other action movie.
Sturdy's also right. My favorite is 1, 2, and 3. So
totally fair. I mean, that was my issue with number 6 with Friday the 13th because they got away from the murder. They got away from the single individual that murdered, and it became this big thing.
Yeah, because family. Yeah, Jason loves his mother, family member. She loves him. Boom. That's how.
Oh my God.
Way more family.
Fast and Furious 11s featuring Jason Voorhees. That's the way it's going to happen.
Jason X1.
Nick,
oh my God!
My wife from the chat for that comment right there. Can we just
hot take? Fast and Furious franchise is almost as unwatchable.
That's just crazy.
I mean, Dan, you're the one who has to deal with it, bro.
That's just crazy talk.
That is crazy talk.
The sad part is she ordered the pizza, so I'm kind of like enslaved.
That's what being married is, man. In a good way, just in case my wife's watching.
That's what I like. I'm always like, just kidding.
I've been doing this show for almost 3 years, and I know my wife's not watching.
Same here.
She's supportive in many ways, but she doesn't watch my content.
Nick, she makes a hell of a cookie, bro. She makes a hell of a cookie. I can't wait for Halloween this year. I'm going to try to get one of them again. Like,
I need one of those
cookies.
I need one.
They're very good. She does a great job. F-13 does rule. And going back to it real quick, I want to ask you guys, we were talking about Jason as a Ronin. And it's an interesting concept. It is. And I see where he's trying to... I think that was more of a self-indulgence thing on his end, where he's like, hey, I directed this, and this is the way I looked at Jason. I mean, Jason's pretty much just a dullard with a shed. And a chip on his shoulder.
He's a big, giant zombie vengeance demon.
I would never call Jason a dullard. He's very smart.
He's nature. He's his nature back.
See,
Drew Allen.
Okay, right now.
You can't because Michael Myers is to shoot. Hold on.
Explain
We've lost the-
Okay.
All right. Oh, here we go. What's up, Lady Shake?
What up, friend?
Oh my! Whoa,
I'm like
boring.
over and over. We're just gonna like.
Oh, but wait a minute.
Wait,
I
like
like
Scream.
Scream too.
Scream's
I love
amazing.
Scream, but you can't call Scream the greatest movie you've ever seen and then not like Friday the 13th.
Who's
Same
saying
darn
that?
concept.
Also, you gotta say something, Jason. Why are you just like breathing in my ear like it's COVID? Can you back up 6 feet? Like
He's wearing a mask.
He's wearing a
He's
mask.
wearing his mask.
He's wearing his
You
mask.
gotta be quippy. You know I like quippy. I like a Billy and a stew. This mute dude that's just gonna slice me with no entertainment. Like I'm supposed to watch 10 of these? No.
By mute dude, she means me slicing her.
There is lots of humping.
So he's a silent assassin. That's one, and he has some of the best kills in horror in general.
I mean,
Oh yeah, the arrow kill.
That's
the
false.
arrow.
That's
Ready.
a subjective take. I mean, I respect your opinion, but I'm gonna vote no on that opinion.
Dan, you came on this show to dissect the Friday the 13th franchise, and Mrs. Shake has dissected it way
I'm just
more than
gonna
you.
like
Yep.
throw that little gasoline on the fire, and
I'm not going to dissect anything I like. I'm only going to say nice things about it.
Will you call me?
Oh, hey, I'm
Talk
glad
about
she's on.
Scream?
I'm glad she's on.
You know what though? I will say this: I'm not mad about. I love your take on that as much as I love this franchise. Just because I love when people have different takes, no matter how much I love or hate a movie, because
Agreed.
it's just it brings up cool, fun kind of conversations. We bust, we have the jokes and all that other stuff, and
Listen,
So it's
I'll
cool.
watch it. If my buddy wants to watch it, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna have this face the whole time and go.
That's
Jesus.
not- I mean,
How come you can't hear him coming? He's 7 feet tall, got big combat boots. He's walking through the woods.
he's a Ronin.
Got no sticks.
Yeah, he's
You
a
can hear
samurai.
him coming.
He's a samurai. He knows what he's doing. He's a man in the woods.
It's a samurai.
Like Justin Timberlake.
Dude's lived in the woods for years. You don't think he learned how to sneak around the woods?
That's fair. But I do think he would have some like soft-soled like keens or something. I feel like the combat boots are just like.
I mean, okay.
Well, they've been soaking in the water for so long that I'm sure at this point it's all kind of
And
bummed
plus,
out.
after 4, he's not sneaking up on anyone. He's just a juggernaut.
Yeah.
You know what?
Like, yeah.
Fair. I feel like he's just high on mushrooms. How about this take? He's just like super high on forest mushrooms, and this is all happening in his head. He never killed anyone. He's just like choking on like magic mushrooms.
As much as I love this franchise, I would not be mad at that. Even if it's just like a little silly spin-off, that would be fun and funny.
Excellent. Make an 18th installment, and I'll watch it with Master Shake, and I'll hate it the whole time, but I'll secretly love it because he loves it. Listen, this isn't my show. What are you doing? Me and my wife just gotta go.
Later, Lady Shake.
I feel the same way about the whole Scream franchise. I'll watch it if I have to for a podcast, or if the wife's like, "We're watching this." So I get it.
You and me next podcast.
I'm with it. Horror Research 30. Come check me out.
I'll
I'm with
bring
it.
a real knife.
Oh!
I have a machete right here.
We're
Little
gonna
Scream knife.
appreciate this. Wait till I get some
But this is fun.
eyeliner. Wait
That'd
till
be
I
fun.
have some caffeine. And
That'd be fun.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
That's it all. Love you all.
That was awesome.
Don't make me
Thank
put
you,
my
Miss
stilettos
Shake.
on, son.
Hey,
Coming out with that night weather.
What
my
I say
God.
is, what you did right there is what any of us would have done if our wives walked in the room like, "Let me sit here and say something." Just gonna get up, not argue, or just get up, shut up, move, point here and there when you need to, do your cues, get out of the way, and then sit down when she leaves.
Hey, listen, I will throw myself out of the room if I need to. I know what's up. I don't just throw you guys out as a power trip.
Lansing, man. Like, she will shank a dude real quick about Scream, so you better be careful.
Hey, I'm good. Hey, listen,
It's so defensive.
I defend Scream every chance I get.
listen. I can't stand the
You're so
franchise,
wrong.
and
Scream is terrible.
It's no bad movies. I don't know why people don't like. I get maybe it's not your favorite. I get it. It's not Nightmare on Elm Street. It's not terrible like that. It's I wanted to see if he spit. That's the only reason.
Is there too much confusion of like maybe from all those scary movies that people like, messed up doing the scary movie correlation and therefore it hurt the Scream franchise and maybe other franchises?
Scary Movie did a better job than Scream did for what Scream was trying to do.
Oh my God.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it
I
did.
I like this guy, Mick. I like the new guy.
Maybe 1 and 2. Maybe 1 and 2.
Well, after you pass like 3, 4, 5, and all that we already know how that road goes for a lot of franchises. They just get silly. It's just money grabs after that.
Of course.
House on Hill
movie
in Scary Movie is hilarious. Like when they're bouncing the basketball for Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the fucking parrot.
We need some gravity, Mick.
2 is great too.
We need some gravity, Mick. We're flinging here.
All right, guys, we're going to the next topic. So there's been a lot of iterations of Jason visually on screen. I want to hear, what do you guys think is the best one? I'm going to show you a series of pictures.
Okay.
I want to hear what you think. And actually, I'm going to shake it up a little bit. I want you to tell me which one is which.
Oh.
All right?
All right, so this is going to be tough.
Number 6.
Yep.
CJ Graham.
Yeah, that's 6.
Oh, here's the paintball.
That's Freddy versus Jason.
Jason.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, sir.
That's
2.
2.
Classic. I love Baghead, man.
3 or 4?
4.
4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Because the knife in the hand right here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
5.
5.
My guy Roy Burns. 9.
9.
Yeah.
10.
I guess the spaceship sort of gives it away, right?
Yeah, but the metal, he doesn't have the metal face yet.
I was focusing on the guy behind him. I was like, who the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
is
what
this?
I knew because of the sergeant.
Well, and he didn't have as much head behind him.
That's the remake.
That's the remake,
That
right?
remake.
Yep.
He's got way too much head.
On the sub.
Well, I didn't expect you guys to guess when I picked these pictures. I should
Wait, are you serious? Oh.
3.
3.
Yes.
That's 3.
Or the axe. Yep.
There's Max.
That's a big ass dude.
Yeah.
That's Super Shredder right
That
there.
getting hotter?
Super Jason.
Yeah, it's getting hotter.
You forgot part 7, the best look.
No, I didn't. I have.
No, I didn't. We just haven't gotten there. There he is. The chain.
That's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. I'm still partial to
I gotta grab.
6.
Be right back.
Oh, it's CJ Graham, y'all. I mean, who doesn't love CJ Graham?
3 is my favorite look, but 2 is my favorite Jason.
Yeah.
3.
That's Mongoloid Jason. That's what they call him too. Like 3 is Mongoloid
Right there.
Jason.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a little bit grounded. I like well, this is odd because I really like the Universal movies, but I like my slashers grounded.
Well, a fearful reality. It creates more fear if it's more realistic.
Yeah. But Freddy gets a pass because he's in the dream world, right? Like it's a whole different animal.
Well, I mean, that's why you have to train yourself to be a dream warrior. It's a different thing, but yeah.
Dream
Doctor
warrior.
taught you to be the dream warrior.
The
Yeah,
dream
you
warrior.
have to teach yourself to be the dream warrior.
All right,
And
Casey,
only-
what's your
only-
favorite?
Only one person can be a dream master.
Only one.
Me.
It can be only one. It's like a Highlander. But
Wait, is it Yaphet Kotto?
No, it's not
Dude,
Yaphet
he's
Kotto.
so good. R.I.P. Like,
Yeah. Oh my God, we should probably mention that the
Yo.
great Fred Ward passed away today.
Rest in
One
peace.
for
Rest
Fred.
in peace, Fred Ward.
Love
It's
you,
so
Fred
sad
Ward.
too because we just did a Dissecting the Tremors franchise the other day. Oh man, Earl Bassett was the man.
It's
Remo
amazing.
Williams, just everything he did was just so great. All right, I'm sad now. I'm going to bed.
Wow, that was rapid.
No,
What
I'm
is
just
it
kidding.
then?
It is 8:10 whiskey. I have 50 minutes. Should be taking my
No,
time away.
You got to have a 10-minute pee break and get your food stuff.
That's true. And if I don't hear the acoustic version
I have,
of
I will
have
get you
this
out.
on in the background right here.
I will get you out in time for the acoustic because I love that version.
that's like the acoustic is like it's amazing, right? Like it's not as good as the beginning of Wish You Were Here, but like it's very, very good.
It's up there.
Ooh, we're talking a lot.
Well, yes, but I'm saying like the effect, like oh my God, like it's gonna happen. Like we are.
I have to agree with Tim on this. When I hear the acoustic, that last 2 minutes right before the show starts, it hits me in such a way, and the only other way I can describe it is after I watch Saturday Night Live, it's that final credits song. It's just like the weekend's over.
Fair.
That's
it signals something. It's a
Yeah.
signal.
I have a question for you, Nick.
Okay.
So, if you could have directed any of the Friday the 13th films, like think about this real hard for a second.
Okay.
You're directing your choice. So think about what came before you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you pick?
I have the choice to do it.
Yeah, so like intersect yourself and anyone, and you can't do one, obviously.
Yeah.
But 2 on, and you know the sequence of the franchise. Where do you interject yourself to fix things?
To fix things? No, okay, so let me ask you the stipulations of this question. This is a great question.
Uh-oh.
Am I taking something over and I would want to change?
Well,
or
the
is it
idea
going to
is this.
still be the same?
Essentially, the question is which one you disagree the most with, right?
Well, from a direction standpoint, it's a little different of a question too, because there could also be plot points that you could have changed from the beginning of the movie entirely.
True, but I wouldn't do that. I liked where it goes, and I know where I would step in to make changes. For me personally.
Yeah.
Casey, don't get offended that I want to step in later.
No, I was burping.
No, you step in. And
I'm burping, buddy. You can go ahead and call it whatever you want.
Casey doesn't get to pee on.
No, if I could step in and fix something, because I really think if you did fix this movie, you would have way more movies in this franchise.
Yep.
And that is Jason Goes Down.
Yep.
I think, yes, it
That's saying a
suffered under Jason Takes Manhattan, but not enough where they weren't going to make more, obviously. But I think in 1993, if you do Jason Goes to Hell and you fix it and you keep Jason in the actual fucking movie, and you tell a good story that people enjoy for the 90s, you could have gotten at least 2 or 3 more movies before even getting to like Jason X.
I feel like that's a good question right there, just because it's like what's insinuating is it's like where the franchise went wrong. So you really pick Goes to Hell.
I don't know if it's specifically a movie that the franchise goes wrong. I think it's the distribution rights.
Agreed.
Oh,
So many movies have been destroyed by battles and distribution rights because, like, some of the most famous movies ever, like, what's the one that accidentally went into the public domain? There was there was a horror movie. Joe Bob talked about it. Night of the Living Dead. If Night of the Living Dead didn't accidentally go into public domain, does that movie become as loved, or is it just because so many people had that movie because it was dirt cheap to have and to distribute that it became really good? Whereas like Jason, it became so complicated to distribute it or to connect the series together that it made it you couldn't have a coherent story anymore. So I wonder if that like affected it quite a bit. And Evil Dead ran into the same issues, but somehow like it transcended that. But like I do think Jason being on its 6th movie and having those issues is where it really went sideways.
I agree with that, and I think Evil Dead is probably the greatest movie of all time. So it's great that it finally actually got out there and got distributed. Jason, on the other hand, I think would really could use some love in 3. I think going the 3D part was hurtful. I'm not going to.
That was a big hit for them.
See, I'm going to rip your mustache out.
Come on, bring it on, man. There's only 4 whiskers. It's easy.
I see what you're saying, but that was a big gimmick for them to take on, just like Jaws 3D, stuff like that. Like I think in that year, it was Friday the 13th that was the most successful 3D movie that came out that year.
Was it really?
Yeah. Well, it was going to be successful anyway because it was a successful franchise.
So consider this, Casey. Come on now. This is iconic, right?
It is.
We don't have this without 3.
I'm not saying I would change everything, Dan.
3 also.
Everything. I think he said it'd make it a more serious film.
Exactly.
No, I don't want that because 3 has the best music intro of any of the movies.
Ooh, it is good.
Sturdy, what do you think, man? What's the one you would redirect if you had the opportunity? Because I love this question.
Dan. You got to just chime in here, dude.
I wanted to hear everybody's answers. I'm very interested in everybody's answers. I'm gonna say Part 8, and it's not even my least favorite, but I feel like Part 8 is where it kind of takes that turn of just. And I know how the whole franchise is. I love it, but I know it's absolute crazy nonsense. But Part 8 is where it really
is 8 Manhattan? I got to remember.
Yeah, 8 is Manhattan. So when Jason Takes Manhattan, that one really does it. Like taking him out of the woods, I thought was kind of a bad idea. And that's the one that does it. And then they're like, okay, let's do this with 9, let's do this with X, and so on and so forth. And had they had 8 follow 7, because the way 6 and 7 kind of connect, I think it could have been a really, really, really good story. I think it could have been a really good story, and they could have made it darker and more serious, and maybe just did, they could have got a few more movies out of it, successful films out of it, I believe. Maybe say if they stopped at 13, but 13 successful films just because of Friday the 13th. And they kind of, I think 8, I enjoy it. I enjoy the whole franchise, and 8's one of those, like, I think it's because I've seen it so much as a kid. Like, this was one of the main ones they showed on the USA Network. I think it was like this one, 3, and 5 were like the main ones.
5 on Up All Night was the one I saw.
It was like Star Trek. They played the odds.
Yeah, I forget what podcast did it. There was a really good interview with the director of Jason Goes to Hell, and he was talking about how they basically gave him a bunch of notes and were like, you have to get rid of the mask. You have to get rid of like certain things that just made it turn into this. They couldn't call it was a rights issue to call it Friday the 13th,
which sucks.
Like that. So I mean, it took a lot away from it. So, and he wanted to do like the worm thing that like kept going into different bodies, and that's where I think when you reinvented the wheel, that's when you really screwed it.
Yep.
Because as much as like I'm not a huge fan of the look in that movie, but I would have rather had Jason in there looking like that the entire time than a worm.
I agree. But yeah, again, going back to 8, I almost said 9, but I'm like, if 8 was better and more successful, 9's story would have been complete. Even if it was the same director and all that, I feel like 9's story would have been a little bit different. Because if 8 was successful, it's like, okay, we need to feed off of this. We need to have these stories tie in together and kind of go from there.
So I agreed. And after having that 6, 7, 8 joint, I mean, just going through that, you actually now create a more linear, creative story that's just going to build from there. Sorry, Tim.
Exactly.
No, you're right. But I was going to say 8 is the first one that made Jason not scary by taking him out of his element. Because Jason in Manhattan isn't that scary because everything's scary in New York.
Yeah.
Am I right? That was filmed in Toronto.
Sorry, he doesn't look that scary in Manhattan. He just looks like a guy.
He looks wet,
and so
wet all the time.
So I think that's I can agree for sure on that point. Is that you take him out of his natural element. I think the most important thing about Jason and why he was a hit in the first place, it's like rich people's or city people's fear of the woods is where all of this comes from.
Nice metaphor.
100%. It's all about the fear of the woods and rule, and there's always something out there that can kill you, or you think there is.
There isn't anything that can kill me. So.
Well, yes, but you have. It's like the Blair Witch Project. The first time you watch that, you're like, wow, like the woods can get under your skin, and as soon as you take him out of it, it's like, well, he's not really Jason anymore. Now he's just a killer. Now, if you did just the boat. And Jason as a river monster type individual.
You know, it's a good kill, though.
I think he'd be amazing to keep him like, it's like, okay, well, all right, the lake, sure, but you can't escape the lake because I'm still a dangerous individual on the lake as I am on land because this is where I live. And so I think you could have made a very interesting thing, but going all the way to Manhattan, it just doesn't make any sense.
That kill where he takes the girl on the boat. I think you got a good point, Tim, because that kill he has on the boat, he takes one of the actresses, and Kane Hodder talks about this in Crystal Lake Memories. If you've read it, has anybody read that?
No,
I haven't read it.
Kane Hodder talks about it in Crystal Lake Memories. He takes a girl, and it's one of the first kills they filmed for him in that movie, and he lifts her up, and the actress had him actually lift her up into the ceiling. It's that disco dance ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
And apparently the actress told him, like, just go full tilt. And he was like, are you sure? And so he, like, took her and was like, woof, into the ceiling. And she weighed 100 pounds, so it's Kane Hodder, so you just throwing her around.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that Kelly who?
And I can't believe, Tim, that's a great point. River monster. I like that.
River monster. I mean, it makes sense. Any form of body of water, I think it creates that bond that we really need to believe that Jason can just go
it's
anywhere.
Also taking it back to where Tim lies, the 1930s, 1940s, 1950s. That is, I mean, it's some sort of recreation of any of those water monsters from that time period.
Well, Creature from the Black Lagoon, right? Like, think of it if it was one of those things where you had to hunt Jason back to his lair of the water.
I dig it.
Versus fighting him in Manhattan, which makes no sense. And there's the whole gang scene, which God knows why that's in there.
So let me ask you this. Does that make Jason X more like Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Because it's space? And no,
well,
no, because he's a boat. He's outside of the normal. He's going to be able to survive even outside the boat. Yeah. You know,
I mean, I think I enjoy watching Jason X more than Takes Manhattan, so I could agree in the sense that one's more enjoyable than the other.
The reason that you guys get upset about Manhattan is very different from the reason I get upset about Manhattan, because I'm from New Jersey, and you're not taking any lakes in a giant oil rig to New York City. It's not happening. It's
a movie about transforming robots, man. Like, you just have to dispel your disbelief.
I mean,
that's my quote. You can't steal my quote.
You got. I feel like you have to ignore it, Mick, because let's just stick with the slasher films and horror. They're ridiculous. It's like, how is this shit even happening anyway? So you just have to ignore that. And I know you.
I don't think you have to ignore that, because none of the other movies ignored it. He understood why he's in space. We understood why the worm kept going into different bodies and got out of Crystal Lake. We understood in Freddy versus Jason that they had to drive from Ohio to New Jersey to Crystal Lake.
Like in seconds. Don't forget in seconds.
In seconds, yeah. I mean, that took no time. Pennsylvania is like 900 hours. They got there in no time.
I agree with my friend Jake.
One question here, guys. Who grew up the closest to a Crystal Lake?
Nah, not me.
No way, Mick. I grew up
miles. I grew up in New Jersey next to Crystal Lake.
The Crystal Lake,
dude, 2 miles.
No, you grew up
the Grove, and it wasn't 2 miles. It was 15,
lake.
But
not
you
the
grew up
Crystal
next
Lake.
to a lake called Crystal. That's not Crystal Lake. I actually grew up where they filmed.
I don't know.
We had twin lakes. You guys are over here freaking out about one. I had 2 of them back to back, so I don't want to hear it.
Listen, I don't want to hear anything about Connecticut right now or the 2 Great Lakes. The real Crystal Lake is in New Jersey.
But the lake is really the friends we made along the way.
It's really the friends. It's about the friends on the journey.
It's everybody. Yeah, the people you meet along the way. Exactly. That's what it is.
Sturdy, help me out.
I actually have a question for everybody.
What?
I'm far away from the lake, so I can't even compete in that. You know how I am.
Are you landlocked, Sturdy?
But I'm in upstate New York. I'm in Albany, New York.
Oh, okay. You got the Finger Lakes, though. You got the Finger Lakes, right?
Yeah, but
you're closer to.
It's still further. If I'm gonna brag about a lake, it's only gonna be Camp Crystal Lake. Every other lake I don't even care about. But what I was gonna ask you guys is, what do you guys feel about the remake? And for me, I think if they made it similar how they did the story, but made it like 80s based, it would have been 10 times better without the cell phones, without all that other shit, and just made it like a reboot of, the old ones, just maybe looking better. I love the tunnel though. Don't take that away. But all the updated shit in it, I wish it was, late 80s or whatever era this was shot in. You know what I mean? That era, and I feel like it would have been so much fucking better. It would have been so much better. It would have been better.
I give it a 10. I give it a 10. I love that movie.
I think it's the best.
The funny thing is, I would give it a high rating too. Like, I don't hate it, but I just feel like I would have enjoyed it a hell of a lot more if you just made it darker, more of a Jason film, and you combined literally the first
film. That's
film.
Probably the darkest Jason film.
I mean, part of why I'll agree with Sturdy actually on this is because I enjoy what the Friday 13th franchise does for me, and it transports me back to a different time and a quiet place that's far away that is not reachable. And that's part of the fear of what is instilled there. So it's easier to get that fear in the 80s than through the remake when they did what they did. I love the remake. I have no qualms with this remake whatsoever. I thought Friday the 13th remake was the only good remake.
You know,
I disagree, but yeah.
Halloween was about even.
You know,
but Friday the 13th was it matched the way it needed to.
And I could be wrong by saying this, but it was like too clean and too pretty for me. Like the film was just too. I wish they could just throw a little bit of dirt on the film, a little bit of grit. Maybe it's because I'm so used to the '80s style, how it doesn't look as good as the newer shit, the Blu-ray and all that stuff. I love
every actor in there was an Abercrombie and Fitch model that was.
Oh god, that part sucked. I did not like all the pretty people either.
I hate that. I hate have regular looking people that are going to be going camping and having a good time, not people that are going to be worried about.
Make me believe the humans.
Yes, you can still have an average looking girl, big titties, and show them in the movie. That's
great. Like let's take it back to Friday the 13th Part 1 with that camp director.
Yeah,
hitting on Alice with no shirt on and his little like ripped jean shorts.
Yeah, but in 1980, he's hot.
I'm rolling that way today.
I know it's weird. He was like the Tim Forbes of 1980.
It was weird.
It was like the specimen back then.
Back then, that was just normal.
Don't make me put on my pink Stroh shorts.
You don't own those.
Find them. Don't make me eat them.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Mr.
Shit out of them.
Mr. Shake's back in.
Yes, she's back in. She does like the remake.
Oh, dude.
I think it's the most realistic Jason.
I think
the remake's fine.
I like all the remakes. I didn't like the only one I haven't liked.
We're not talking to him if he liked the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Okay, I like the remakes fine. My only thing is if I'm watching modern Jason, I'd rather just watch Freddy versus Jason. That's my only take. I would just go back to that one.
You can't watch Robert Englund makes everything better.
True,
most everything better. Yeah,
I feel like there's some things we could probably find that he didn't make better.
He made Phantom better.
We watched Phantom on Timmy. Was it Christmas?
I don't know. I for your birthday. I go.
Billy Zane and
Catherine
Zeta-Jones Phantom.
Dude, England Phantom is better than any version of Phantom I've seen.
Okay. No, it's not better than the 43 version.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
But it's really fun.
It's great.
I want to take a quick break and say, guys, hit that like button. And if you like our channel, hit subscribe. We appreciate you. We are coming up on time. I'm going to have to, we'll go for another 15 minutes. So I'm going to let the guys out early because I know they're getting ready for Joe Bob.
Crickets are on.
We'll kind of keep going. Now, I did want to, before we go on, what is your most memorable kill from the Friday the 13th franchise? And Sturdy, I want to start with you.
Damn. You put me on the spot, Mick. There's so freaking many.
All right, fine. You think about it.
Thank you. Let me think.
I'm ready.
All right, everybody think about it, and I'll give you mine, and then Casey will go. All right, Casey, you go first.
Yeah. No, one of my absolute favorites, and I brought this up with Sturdy earlier. I love watching people get chucked out of windows. I don't know why.
You know what?
I don't know what it is. There's something about the idea of I'm looking at a window right now, and I know I can't break it because I have to fix it. But if there's a chance that I could throw a human being through one of these windows,
yes,
it would be righteous. It would be so cool to do it. Now, I don't want to kill them.
Yes.
I'm cool.
So just throw a mannequin out of the window, I guess. I'm with you on that. The window things, and what it is it's coming. It's just fucking hilarious. It's just so ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous.
And it's one of those type of kills where it's like you would think it would make that it would be like corny in this movie. Mm-hmm. But for me, it's just like it fucking works so well.
How is that one of the best kills, Sturdy? Like legit, when I look at all of the kills and the manner in which he killed everybody, it is one of the best.
It's fucking funny. I mean, from the first one where the person's already dead, but his brother throws the woman through the window, and I'm just laughing. I was like, holy shit, this is hilarious.
Same. I mean, obviously we're wrong, but that's okay. It's hilarious.
It's your preference. It's your preference on like what you like. I
mean, like wrong in the head. Like we have problems.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Honorable mention is the Jason X kill with the ice shit or whatever and smashed the face.
That was a good one.
Honorable mention, just because visuals was so cool.
Yeah, that was good.
Yep. This was always kind of a number one, but then I really thought about it when I was putting this together. And number two for me is Crispin Glover, corkscrew to the hand, just to get the cleaver to the face. Where is it? But that's not number one. Number one with the bullet is machete to the wheelchair guy and then right down the steps.
Is that a shot across the bow to Texas Chainsaw Massacre? What do you think?
It's better. It's better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
A lot better, a lot funnier. I actually have a cousin in a wheelchair. I need to send him that clip just to let him know.
Franklin.
Just to let him know, Jason's after you guys too, man. It's
Holy
fair.
shit, I love you, Sturdy.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Jason
Cheers.
is an equal opportunity killer. I love it.
Win?
No, we have to wait. Then we'll do it at the end.
All right, at the end.
I think he just wants a shot.
He does, but don't worry. I have this under control.
Thanks, Tim.
All right. I'm going to ask you guys some questions.
Wait, I didn't get to say my favorite kill?
I didn't either.
You do. I was
going on,
going to pepper it with questions while we were doing it. But okay, go ahead.
He
Fine.
forgot.
Whatever,
He
Tim.
forgot. He's lying.
No, I did not forget. Tim,
Big
take
face.
it away.
All right, so favorite kills. The arrow kill is very iconic, and I love that kill. But if I was going to say the one that's most memorable, like when Jason walks out into the rave in the cornfield and just like machetes people in half,
That was good.
or like turns their bodies completely, like brute force wise, like that's one of the most brutal kills I ever remember seeing.
Yeah.
Like, and then for funniest kill, sleeping bag kill will always be the funniest kill.
Yes. I'm so happy you mentioned that because I swear to you, if you didn't mention that just now, I was going to say, I can't believe no one mentioned this.
Oh, the sleeping bag kill is hilarious.
Which one? There's two. There's the one
Yes,
up
there
against
are
the tree.
two.
There's the one up against the tree, and then there's Jason X when he's hitting the other sleeping bag with the sleeping bag.
Yes.
Which is, I think is
Actually,
funnier.
hold up. There's another one that was an awesome one. The remake, The Campfire. We're tied in the sleeping
That was
bag.
kind of hard.
Yeah,
that was a hard
that's
one.
brutal. No, it's good, but brutal. Yeah.
It was a cool death scene, though. All right. We're leaving Tim up there because I need to get my female viewership up.
Totally
Am I
understandable.
hosting now? This is
Look at
my
that.
horror movie watching blanket.
Yeah.
If this is how this works, I need to get Tim on my show as well and just have him just up there, not even saying anything, just smiling.
You should do
Look
a
at that
hammer.
jawline.
Off.
How would
Do
you
a
not
hammer
have that
horror night
jawline, Sturdy?
and
So
Tim-
attractive.
Do a hammer horror night, and Tim will be all day long. But we can still get the viewership, the women viership up.
Woo! Look at that beard. I don't have that. I don't have
He's
that.
distinguished.
Yeah.
He's got the salt and pepper. Well, actually, it's more like salt and red pepper.
And the well
This is
curated
salt
eyebrows.
and
I
paprika.
mean, he's strong looking.
Salt and paprika.
Salt and paprika.
Dan the Man, what's your favorite kill scene?
There are so many, but I'm gonna take it all the way back
I'm interested in his answer.
to the POV in the Jeep.
Oh my God, the Jeep, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's the most unexpected kill in the series. At that point in the film, you don't know what's coming. And I remember being a kid and watching it with my mom, and it surprised me. I'll tell you, chasing her out in the woods was unexpected. You don't see that in films, especially during that time period. And that POV shot is money.
It really is.
I was talking to my kids today about it in class. That's a top 10 kill in horror. So that's my choice.
Salt and marmalade.
Good choice.
Friday the 13th, part 1, 15 minutes in.
Classic.
Wow.
All right, guys. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. I want to see if you know it. Go back on the bottom. I got to at least have the top. You're too pretty.
He needs his order.
I'd put you down on the bottom, too. And even Casey, but I'll just make myself
Nick,
bigger.
you're always on our top, man. You're a handsome son of a bitch.
Right?
I'm gonna
Isn't
say
he stunning?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal looking.
No, but thank you. Anyway, let's move on. I'm going to ask you some questions. They're going to be some absurd questions, so you need to be on point with this franchise.
I'm not going to win this.
Me, I smoked before this, so I'm gonna be off.
Bring it!
I'm very good at the abstract of Friday the 13th. The filling in the details is going to be tough.
What is the only Friday the 13th movie, and I'm counting all of them, Jason goes down and everything too, to not have rain in it?
Jason X.
Jason X.
There's no atmosphere.
Very good.
Oh,
Very
shit.
good. Some people get that wrong.
I was
Some
over here.
people get that wrong. Okay. Which final girl from Friday the 13th series took Alex P. Keaton's virginity?
Alice?
Friday the 13th, part 2.
Yep.
Wow, nice.
Ginny took
Yeah,
it. Amy Steele.
because she was also a TV star.
Yep. And she was on Family Ties, and
Yep.
she took his virginity.
Was she on Soap?
Well, did she take it or did he give it to her?
Oh, she took it. She played an older college girl.
Yeah,
No,
it was
bro,
College
that's
Girl.
bullcord. Alex P.
Alex P.
So he
did not
probably
get
put it.
anything
No,
taken.
she didn't take it. He put it on the altar.
Yes, he handed
Yeah.
it in the greatest way that Reagan would, and be like, "Well, now let me just give this to you.
Oh,
It's
I'm
such
sure
a
that we're all going to
Reagan.
enjoy
That's a
this."
Great Reagan.
Yeah, he does do a good Reagan.
Thanks.
There is no great Reagan.
It's such
Well,
an
I do
awkward
appreciate
show
it, and
because
everyone
like
and
he
all of
sleeps
you.
with her and then he thinks they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, and she doesn't. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
She's like,
Exactly.
no, the guy I'm seeing is here.
He should have shot her club up and then he would have had her.
Also, I think she's the best of the final girls. I think 2 is the best of the final girls.
No,
I disagree there. I'm still actually going back to what 7 was the best of the final girls.
Tina.
Seven?
That's- I
Okay,
think-
well, I mean, yeah,
She
Tina
was so
had.
strong when she figured out her.
Excuse me, we're going over Freddy versus
Power.
Jason in that elite acting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Oh my god. Or racist ass Freddy with
Hey,
Thank
listen,
you for saying it.
I
no,
love Dark
Kelly
Peter.
Rowland. Kelly Rowland in that film.
listen, Mick, I took no offense. I thought that scene was fucking hilarious. We needed it. We need more shit like that in movies. People stop.
The
being so
2000s was a wild era. Let's
Yeah,
just
it really
throw it
was.
out there. Like the
yeah.
things that happened in the 2000s, like
I mean, I'd say the 2000s back is just a wild fucking era.
yeah, like anything
Yeah.
goes. Anything
Yeah,
goes.
and then people, are like, oh, this hurts my feelings. Change the fucking channel. Simple as that. We want.
Are the 3 of us just old fuckers in this where we're like, we remember the 80s, the 90s, and the
Yep.
2000s? Like,
Yep. We
I
all
don't
were in
remember
love
the
with
80s,
Rhonda
but I was
Shear up all
forced
night
to.
at some point.
I was forced to remember the 60s to the 80s.
That's awesome, though. I think.
No, it's good. It was a strange childhood.
But that's awesome. Though. Like I'd be bragging, but yeah, I had a weird.
an older brother subjected him to every 80s cartoon you can imagine. So,
That's awesome.
Next question.
All right.
Besides Nightmare on Elm Street, what other horror franchise is Jason tied to? Let's do it.
Oh.
Let's hear it.
Evil Dead. Is it Evil Dead?
Evil Dead.
Is that it?
Jason is a Deadite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason, that comic series is great.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just from the comic series. The Necronomicon and the Blade are in Jason Goes to Hell.
Mm-hmm.
The Blade is too. I thought it was just the book.
Nope.
Nope, the Blade is what kills him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, that's the dagger.
that's the actual blade that killed him. Okay.
Yep.
Holy shit! That
I didn't know that.
that right there because I forgot. That makes 9 a little bit better for me. Not
It
great.
also,
No,
Can I tell
not
the story,
great.
man?
Freddy is also connected to Evil
in the
Dead
mask,
because he
yeah.
shows up in Jason Goes to Hell.
He grabs the
Pulls the mask
So-
down, which was Kane Hodder's hand, by the way.
in college.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I'm
that was
sitting
Kane
around-
Hodder's hand. He also played. He did things for Leatherface. I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it was 2 or 3, or not 2, 3 or 4 or some shit.
No
And-
shit.
Yeah, he played. So he technically played Jason. You can say he technically played Freddy in a sense, pulling the glove, and
Mhm.
Leatherface, and of course in Hatchet, Victor Crowley. And those, I think there was
He's
a couple.
never
others.
played Ash.
Never, because there's only one Ash, and everyone else can suck a dick.
He doesn't
Yeah,
have the chin.
you
he doesn't
can't
the
have
chin
another
for that.
Ash.
Casey, that's not true.
That's not true.
There are 2.
Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, yes, there is an Evil Deadite Ash.
Well, no. So in Ash, the Dreamcast version, did you
Right.
play?
You're
God,
not.
what was that video game called?
Are you talking about it was the Evil Dead? No, it was Ash kills the Evil Dead or something like that? Or
So, like Bruce Campbell voices most of it, but at the
Well,
very
Xbox
end,
One,
somebody else does
original
because they ran out of
Xbox,
the budget.
yes. Yep, it was the same thing. Dreamcast and original Xbox, same game. I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Evil Dead
And
lived.
somebody, it was like a stand-in. That,
No,
only know
I don't
that
count that.
because
That
I
was
played
bullshit.
Yeah.
They had one on the Dreamcast that says Evil Dead, Hail to the King.
That one.
There it is. Yep. Hail to the
Fistful
King,
of
baby.
Boomstick was really good.
That was on PlayStation 2 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible games that no one will ever touch.
We'll
but
see how
we
the new
love
one
the
is.
shit
No,
out of
the
them.
PlayStation version is far more terrible than anything.
I want that game just because of what you just said.
It's so bad. It's
probably
so
not.
bad.
It's more of a collect. Like for me,
Yeah, it's a collector's piece.
it's a collector's piece.
Yeah.
I'll watch a terrible movie before I play a terrible game.
Agreed.
It's just more digestible because I feel like a game you have to be more invested. It's like I have to actually try to go through this shit versus a movie. It's like I'll just hit play, smoke some weed while the movie's playing, get drunk, and see where
Walk away. I can do dishes while my phone is playing a movie. It's fine.
Yeah.
They can suck, and I don't care. But you're right. If I'm playing a game, that's an investment,
What you
and everyone
hate.
else can eat a dick if it's a bad game.
Yeah.
I don't
There's a
want
lot
to
of eating dicks and smoking shits. I don't know what's going on in this podcast.
All right, Mick, we got one more question.
Yeah. So we know that the Friday the 13th series takes place in New Jersey, and in one movie, you can actually see a sign that tells you the name of the town.
How awful it is.
Shut your mouth. As name of the town. Tell me the name of the town and what movie that sign shows up in.
Carteret and Why Are We Here?
Shut up. Okay, that's not untrue.
Nick,
Shut
it's
up.
2 though, right? I don't remember the town, but it's 2 though, right? When
It is
she's
not
riding
2.
in the gas truck.
It is not.
It's at the
not
bottom of the quarry in Newark.
true. Jesus Christ, that's Garden State.
It's the same thing. It's all Jersey.
Oh my
Just
God!
go
There's
there.
many sides to Jersey.
Because I thought they showed it on the road sign when she's driving in the gas. Remember, she's with the guy in the gas truck.
Are we talking about John Doe, Jersey?
I have no clue.
Is it
On the
Maximum
gas
Overdrive
truck, it
Jersey?
says Blairstown, New Jersey. That's not where Crystal Lake is.
That was my guess. So I did like.
I almost said
Because
Blair
remember,
Sounds
they said,
terrible.
"Where's Crystal Lake?" He says, "About 20 miles from here."
Yep.
That's right. That's
Shit.
right.
But there is a general store in one of the movies that is in the town.
It has
Crystal
is
Lake
it
is in.
part 3. I don't know what the store's called.
It is part
The
3.
town, but it's part 3. Just because you said the town, the store, all that crazy shit that happens with my uncle, the bald biker, and
It's your uncle.
no, I wish.
Oh.
But that part right there, that just stands out. That's like where you had, as far as other than Crystal Lake, but a Crystal Lake movie. That's the biggest scene you had away from Crystal Lake, so to speak. Like not in the camp. Besides part 5, but at the diner and shit. Was that part 5? But
Yeah.
we're not counting that.
Because 5 is when he comes out, goes back.
Yep.
6, it's just all coming back to the camp.
I will say, so it is part 3, and it's when you're right. It's when they're at the
Is
thing.
it Carteret, New Jersey?
It is not Carter. Shut up. It's
I'm
not
remembering
Carteret, New Jersey. You're a dick. It is called
Lisbon?
Green Valley, New Jersey.
Oh,
Wait,
Green
so there's
Valley,
more to New
that's after
Jersey
they
than
changed the Camp
Hoboken,
Lebanon.
Trenton, and Newark?
You didn't even say Jersey City, which is an actual city.
Well, yes, there's
The
Jersey
important
City.
thing
Like
is
this.
that Michigan has the best pizza. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Patricia says that Crystal Lake is a vacant lot around the corner.
No,
and
really,
I-
Probably is down in
Patricia?
Florida. All they have is lakes.
Patricia, after being there, I can honestly say that the only lakes in New Jersey are from the sewage swamp of like steel, just swamp pits that are sitting and
It's about
slowly
ready to-
dissolving all these metals because of
All
how
right, come on.
terrible that
You guys
place
are
is.
you guys are talking about New Jersey like it's Florida. Come on, it's not Florida.
Thank you.
We gotta
Thank
do
you.
better.
Have you been there, Sturdy?
I actually have family from there. From there, they don't live there anymore.
I've only been to the airport.
Yeah,
I just want to go to the shore.
I've been there in years though, so it could be dirty Jersey by now. But we still gotta show it love.
All right. I
Redman,
don't know that you
We
want to
got
go to the
Nick
shore.
and Redman. Come on.
What about Jersey turnpiking?
Can we
You
do a
can't
shot
use
now?
the Jersey Turnpike
You
to
have to
get
join
to the
Tonight
shore
with John.
directly. You have to go over to the Parkway. Parkway will get you there.
The Parkway sucks, by the way, because that's where all the potholes are after they fix the turnpike. From everyone complaining about that.
Listen, shut up.
Potholes are
We
everywhere,
don't
though.
go
It's
that for
America.
sure.
I mean,
What's
that
more-
is true. Our infrastructure
what's
is
more
shit because we
American-
don't put money anywhere.
What's more American than potholes besides maybe apple pie?
Failing bridges.
Yes.
all
Or
right.
dams. Or dams.
Terrible infrastructure.
Or nuke plants.
Or new.
Yes. Go
Oh my
America.
God! Come on, seriously? Patricia says never ever go to New Jersey.
Never.
Patricia actually lived in New Jersey, especially Jersey. I am from Jersey City.
Mick
Why are
is
you hurting my
tattooed by
feelings?
Jersey City. Show me Jersey City. Show me Jersey City, Mick. Show us all Jersey City.
No, you can't make me mad enough. Shut up. He tries to
Yeah,
get my
are
accent.
you guys
out
going to
every
join
time.
Tim and I in a shot or what?
All right, let's. Oh my!
Well,
you
yeah,
guys
well,
are killing me.
let Mick get his outro. We'll outro all together.
Yes, let's all outro
All
and
right.
cheers together. Mick, start it. I'm going to go crack a beer.
All right, go for it.
I have a little bit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been our special episode of the Snobs podcast where we've been dissecting the Friday the 13th franchise. We had a great time. I want to thank my guests, Stephanie and Destiny from Carolina Fear Fest, jumping on and doing a State of the Con. I want to especially thank all of my guests for the dissection of the Friday the 13th franchise. Mr. Sir Sturdy from Horror Sir Sturdy, thank you, sir. Mr. Tim the Specimen Forbes, thank you very much. Dan, thanks. Appreciate you. No, I appreciate Dan, the man. I love you. You know that, and I appreciate you always. And of course, my partner in crime, Mr. Casey, the Man Plot. Thank you all for joining in the comments and having a great time, making a great time for it, even when you made fun of Jersey and really hurt my feelings. And now,
Nick, when we meet in person, I'm going to give you a hug.
I'm going to take that hug. I'm going to take that hug.
A lot of my favorite movies feature New Jersey.
Boo! I know
you're Garden State again.
Boo!
Well, yeah, but Nick and Nora also references New Jersey.
That is true. They had to go through it. Well, no, one of mine, Chasing Amy, Bridge and Tunnel Crowd.
Yes, the Bridge and Tunnel.
Yep. All right. New Jersey. I'm outroing so we can do this drink. Guys, remember, this all was brought to you by Carolina Fear Fest. We thank you guys very much. Make sure you come out to Raleigh, North Carolina from May 27th to the 29th. Get your tickets now. Weekend passes are still available with 13% off if you use promo code 13 at carolinafearfest.com. The description in the description is the link. Go check it out. Come join us. We're going to be having a great time hanging out and just enjoying ourselves and talking horror. Guys, stay groovy. We love you. I appreciate all my guests. Yes. Cheers to all of you. Let's take the drinks.
Cheers also to Mick, because Mick is the one who got us these shot glasses. So thank you, Mick.
Oh, Mick, where's mine?
Well, you're in the Patreon now, so don't worry, you'll get something.
Yeah, you have to be part of the Patreon.
I didn't know that. The way you made it sound was like Mick just sent everybody one but me, and I was gonna pull the race card, Mick, but I love you.
I got those were the Christmas presents this year for the patrons. So, and if you guys are interested in, we have our Patreon available, which has monthly prize giveaways for one of our lucky patrons. You get to pick the movie for our new show, Plot Roast. It's bad movies that we roast. First one up is Mannequin, so we're going to be really excited for that. We have a bunch of other stuff. Go check out all the perks over on our Patreon. Also, our Discord is now open. If you want to join our Discord, it's growing every day. It's open for the next 300. Once we get to 300 members, we are going private, and then only patrons and invite only. So make sure you get in there and take a stop.
Tim will take his shirt off every day on
Look at this awesome gift that I got as well. Look at these things.
That's fucking amazing.
The Nintendo coasters are a hit. I took one to work, the Super Mario 3 one. Blew people's minds.
Oh my!
Well, everyone, what I try to do with the monthly prize giveaway is I pick the name out of the hat first.
Mm-hmm.
Then I try to wrap the gift for that month around that person and what they like. So
you figured a kid who was born in the 90s loves Nintendo?
Of course.
I very much do. Did you hate Nintendo? Tell me now, Tim.
No, I love Nintendo, but we had a Sega
the first
Genesis.
thing that he knew was Genesis.
Yeah.
Next.
You can have anything.
In the beginning, there was Genesis.
I thought they were kind of cool. And didn't that come with the shirt too?
Yeah, no, it did. I love the coasters. I was just saying it's like funny. It's like, oh, I'm like a Nintendo guy. And I was like, I wasn't even born when Nintendo came out.
I just saw them. I thought they were kind of a cool gift. That was before I started like really harnessing it to everybody. But
no, Genesis was my first system. And you think about it, you say, well, God made the earth in 7 days, but Genesis comes around and you can do it like this.
Super fast.
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Oh, so disrespectful.
Crush them like a walnut.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we can keep going all night long, but I know that you guys want to listen to the soft song of Joe Bob, so go enjoy it. Thank you guys again.
Did you let people know if you get 5,000? Listen, everybody, 5,000 on the Scene Snobs YouTube channel, 5,000 subscribes. Mick is going to drop every movie he's ever done except for the sex tapes. So every other thing, he's going to drop those for you guys to watch. 5,000. Let's get it up there so we can see these shitty films.
And we want 5K for his awful films. Because let me tell you what, as someone who has seen his awful films, they are amazing.
Okay, but like, is it better than Hogzilla? Like, are we going to get a Hogzilla?
Hogzilla!
Yeah, there's some bad ones on there. You're going to enjoy them. So when we are officially over 1,000 subscribers, and it is official and it's 1,000, I am going to do a watch party on our Discord. So make sure you join. Get in there now on our Discord of my very first student film.
I can't fucking wait.
It is bad. And we're also going to watch the behind the scenes making of featurette that we made
best
that
part.
We had no business doing.
The best part.
I'm excited.
That's
There's
even
an hour
worse.
And a half. There's an hour and a half making of. That made
Hour
me
and a
so
half?
happy.
No, it's not an hour and a half.
Yes, it is. It is
No, it's
longer
not.
than the movie.
The movie is 15 minutes long.
Yep.
The making of is 17 minutes.
I bought one of your movies, Mick. I forgot which one it was, but I'm so excited. I can't wait to watch it.
It is the most narcissistic and pompous thing I've ever done.
I love it.
It's good, and I will gladly accept. And I might bring you guys back on to make fun of it while we do it, MST3K style.
I agree to this.
So I have to get over 1,000 subscribers officially for that. But if we do reach 5,000, I will drop them all.
But like, who has the distribution rights to that? You can't just show it.
The Three Bro Shows do.
I have it.
Three Bro Show.
I've got it. The Three Bro Show.
You'll get all the merchandise. You'll get all the merchandise rights.
Yes, you need to make merchandise. You need to start making shirts and shit.
We do have merchandise. We have our Embrace Absurdity shirt.
Film.
But no,
our Embrace Absurdity shirt.
Nick, all we do is embrace absurdity. Okay.
And I'm surprised Dan doesn't have this on right now. We have our what's the strongest ship in the fleet? Friendship.
I thought it was me.
Friendship.
I like that.
What?
I'm not the strongest.
No, friendship is.
But I'm telling you,
are you damn shit?
I guarantee you make some shirts from your films. People are gonna buy them shits.
I should do the one where I'm the bodyguard and that's how I get 2 dents. You can actually see in the movie when I dent the car twice.
I would rather see when you dent the wall.
Oh my God.
Let's get your Patreon more. Make it a Patreon only, so you can only be if you're a Patreon. That's the only way you're gonna be able to get one of those amazing shirts that Mick is gonna make. I'm throwing that in the atmosphere. So Mick, you got to do it now. Boom, and hop on over to that awesome Patreon.
Well, we gotta get those subscribers, or I'm not doing anything. But go check them out.
Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button.
And then share it to your friends, your family, your enemies, all that.
I mean, see Mick's movies.
Yes.
And make sure to join the Discord because that's where we'll be showing them.
And make sure to do all the work you possibly can to get us there. We appreciate you all. We love you all. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. It has been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully we gave you a little bit of joy on this Friday 13th. I know I got a whole lot. So I appreciate you all for listening. Appreciate you all for coming along. And thank you for these beautiful human beings for joining us this evening and being positively fantastic. Make sure to follow Sir Sturdy. Go check out Dan and Tim. These wonderful studs. This Snobs family that we appreciate.
No one wants to find me.
We love and appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Peace.
Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate debate show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, Geek Fest Live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, and then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original fun fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.